first week of the Chinese New Year. The celebration of New Year's ceremony not been finished yet. But a lot of people already travel back from their hometown to the where they make living. This is the Chinese culture, how busy their life, but they still remember their own culture, background, and back to their hometown. For me, I'm homeless. This kind of lifestyle is not included into the culture of Chinese people. I adopt the culture from India. There is one kind of lifestyle is you volunteer to the society whole life. So this pattern is a little bit different from the culture in the world. It's close to Catholic. You put your life into some good condition in order to support your own ideal and serve the world with more easy. I mean easy is easy being support, and your life will not much difficulty in making living, and you have more time for yourself because 24 hours is your own self. You don't have to check this and that mostly. Now today's I first thing want to say is Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone have the best, the peace, daily life going on in this year. So this year is what we call that, the ghost? Ghost. I hope this year not much going on violent. Hope this goat will climb in the mountain, have their own freak out. You know, the world is not like that. The world mindset have a lot of going on. Sometimes it's wholesome, sometimes it's unwholesome. You know, sometimes they are happy, they are very generous. And if they are not happy, stressful, they will be explode like the volcano. So here we are. Why we are here? My purpose of come to this region, build up MABA, is because of I am hoping myself have full-time mindfulness training without any shortcut, so that I can fulfill this life in a particular training. That training, the goal is mind-free. So with mindfulness training is very popular in this country, but in the Buddhist perspective, they have different ingredients in this practice. A lot of solutions that make mindfulness training. Today I want to say something in particular into the Buddhist perspective, especially a monk's perspective, how mindfulness can bring into benefit in daily life. And you are still processing into the practice to make more profound what you can experience in this short life. So mindfulness practice, especially in Buddhist tradition, they have one type of practice we call 4 foundations of mindfulness. 4 foundations of mindfulness divided into 2 parts. One is talking about the feeling of body. The second part is talking about the feeling of mind. These 2 kinds of phenomenon. So phenomenon is a reality, not artificial, not mind-made, but reality. So when we talk about reality, what we can feel about, we need to start from body. Because body is material. The purpose of mindfulness training is you look for mindfully. Means look for your own freedom. How your mind can transform all the stress into the daily life. So stressful, we know everyone have, facing stressful experience, and sometimes we fail, sometimes we flee, isn't it? But mostly, if very strong, stressful, no matter temptation or suffering, if very strong, we cannot bear it. We cannot bear it. But for someone with very settled mindfulness training, in order his mindful, that awareness is sharp, clear, and alert, then he may be easy to overcome stress more than whatever we can do. So experience mindfulness touching to reality is very important, because without touching to reality, we will stuck in reality. We cannot know how the mind clings to reality. So mind clings to reality and it grabs it, we call that stubborn. See, everyone's mind is very stubborn. Even those of a child growing up, a stubborn mind all the time, because he attached something to something from time to time. Even though animals also have that kind of stubbornness, that is a living being's nature. So we want to release our mind in that kind of attachment. So we want to train mindfulness. In order we are not mindless, we are always mindful. See how much time we are mindless? Means your mind don't have a particular object into focus in order to let your mind free from large or complicated involved. How much time we are mindful? For me, a professional training monk, I still say only half of my time is mindful. Half of my time, because of communication, I felt mindful. Half of my time, because of make living, I need to serve, doing this and that. Because of doing things, you change your object into certain time from certain thing, so you are not coming back to mindfulness. So for mindfulness training, it's very difficult for someone who are unskillful and professional training. So in Buddhism, not professional training, you can say, oh, I'm mindful to my mind. Very settled. that formation is too subtle and too fast. Rising, ceasing, changing, that kind of pattern is very, very fast. Faster than computer, more solution, deeper, profound than computer, we know. So not much we can do there. We need to come back to the feeling of material form in order we can know what is material form. That deep truth or reality, we need to transform, we need to penetrate that into our mind state. Always saying that rupa and nama means form and name in Buddhism. So form is this physical body. Anyone always put your mindfulness into the body, check your body all the time. Do we do that? Mindful to the body when you're walking, when you're standing, when you're lying down, when you are sitting meditation with mindfulness. Yes, you can do it in retreat, but not in daily life, isn't it? Especially when someone to someone, they are communicating. Can you still mindful to the body as an object? I think we can if we have strong desire. But this desire is burning. It's just looking for fuels in order to carry on burning. If no other fuels, they won't burn. So we put only the fuel of the physical body to be in your mind state, so the desire carry on burning. That kind of desire is not like that. You see, our mindfulness is always have the desire in the five senses contact or in the daydream in the mind. We call that six senses contact. In order the desire is full of desire, carry on burning. If we block it into certain fields, in order you circle it into this location, the desire, putting down it will be boring. You see? So this is a human mind's one very weak points of life. We call that will, W-I-L-L, very weak will. If your will is strong, we say that you concentrate. In Buddhism, will, another name of the will is called concentrate, or focus, or intent. You see? So we need to train our intention to be more focused into one particular thing we call meditation. So meditation, the first basic is train your mindfulness into a very particular object, so your focus intent is in that object all the time. In order we build the habitual pattern, we under control our mindfulness all the time. In order this mindfulness become alert, clear, calm, peace, state, or stop moving. So we have a sequence of training. The first training is watching an object, observing the body all the time. In order our mind can observe the body, from the body we see the reality. The reality of body is not perception. It's touching to the formation of the body. What is the formation of the body? Is the changing of 4 elements. We know what is 4 elements in Buddhism. It means the condition of the body supported by 4 elements. This wind, fire, water, and earth. This is what we call the center point. We call chemical reaction of the body, hormone system, organ system, bone, blood, and a lot of formation in this body is very active, changing from time to time in order. This body can be refreshing all the time to make the living continue on. But it's still changing. This changing, we call that living, aging, illness, and decay. It's still changing into that cessation, point to cessation. So if we always observe this body, the first benefit to us is we see how this form cannot be attached. Because if you attach to it, this is not benefit. Not benefit, not suitable, and not the state of mind. Another word is ignorant. So, right knowing to the form, we call that for right knowing. Knowing the benefit is suitable. This is the non-state. We cannot attach to it. You make your mind very clear. Overcome the ignorance of the common mind state. So, right mindfulness, right knowing is because of you know the reality of the body. If you don't know the reality of the body, then you will, according to your experience of memory, so the memory make wrong judge of the body formation. Let me make an example. I have a worker, Tiger. He's worked with me very long. And then sometimes he's very lonely there living. I will visit him from time to time. Right now become very friendly to each other. Not only he work, I pay. But he don't know how to show. He respect me, appreciate me, and very close friend to me. He don't know how to show that. But what his desire and happiness is from alcohol. So after working, he need to have, he is not drunk, but he have 1 pack of alcohol in order he can release his body tired and pain, and he have a good sleep like that. So he drink that kind of alcohol. In Chinese we call 二锅头, means 65% of alcohol, very strong. When we drink, you get burn, very strong. In what I go to Walmart, check only 30 or something. If you have wine, only 12 or less. But that one is 65. You see, but when he drink that, he will feel, his mind, he feel certain feeling. That feeling he love it. One day, with almost 4 years together, one day, I don't want to deny him all the time. you know, he has certain kind of wine or alcohol. He spray it. And then, come, okay. I take a spoon and put it. You know, and later on I told him, you know, after this alcohol come to the body, how the mind look like? He said, the mind become calm. I said, it's not calm. The mind become lost mindful. Become numb. Not calm, become numb. Alcohol and any material into your mind, then this mind, someone say excite, but this mind is become less sharpness, less alertness. And later on, his mindfulness cannot be stay there anymore. So when his action to this body, it become less connection to his mindful. So you can see that when he driving, when he walking, he always cannot control this body anymore. Because the mindfulness cannot react in this body in the normal situation. We call that excite, you can call that excite, but that experience is totally opposed to the mindfulness training. Okay? If anyone want to train his mindfulness knowing reality, that is the wrong way. So in Buddhism, we talk about 5 precepts is the basic of meditation training or mind purification. If you want to purify your mind, you know, no alcoholic is the old saying, but in this new saying is no drug. Yeah. So if someone trains his mindfulness in very good condition, so he will be very sensitively knowing what is the food can benefit to the mind, is suitable to this body's, what we call that, beneficial, and suitable to his mind, means to his mind state. How he can focus in his mind into balancing, not lost control his mind, or not lost control his feeling, balancing that mind state. In order he can overcome ignorance. So once you cannot overcome ignorance, anger, grief will be the habitual pattern. Grab something. Your mind cannot be mind-free anymore. So mindfulness training is subdue the feeling of attachment. So we don't have our mind usually, because mind is too subtle. It changes very fast, but we talk about feeling. Hey, you don't feel in love with me anymore? Said, feeling. Okay? So feeling is mostly we talk about our mind and heart. We talk about feeling. But feeling is not something can stay in the mind. Because mind change, feeling change. Yeah. So people talk about feeling, and I have my dream when I was 20, I was a young boy still feeling to fall in love, you know. But right now, 54, I don't have that kind of feeling anymore. because a long-term process of mind training, a feeling of love is not reality. Not the reality anymore. So feeling is certain kind of information following the aging changing, following the experience changing. That feeling have little bit more profound need to experience. The profound meaning of feeling is letting go. Equanimity. The last feeling we can beneficial to ourselves is suitable, is the state. It's not ignorant, it's tranquility. The feeling of tranquility. So the basis of power we can use for the training is desire, intention, diligence, means put the effort, continually energetic into desire, intention, in order we sharpen this mindfulness and pure this mindfulness into investigation. Investigation about the form, about the perception. Thank you.